feels good for you today. Maybe bringing your first finger and your thumb together in your chin mudra, resting down upon the knees or on the lap. So just rotate the shoulders back and away from the ears a few times. So breathing in, shoulders come up, and breathing out, drop the jaw, shoulders come back. So make a nice few sighs if you wish to. Just release any stress or tension from the shoulders. Sometimes the out breath really helps as an antidote to pain and stress, so let it go. Make any wonderful sounds you want to make. And then we'll move in the opposite direction, so bring the shoulder blades back, then forward. Breathing in to come up. A couple more times. Lovely. And release. Wonderful. So just making the back of the neck nice and long as we sit here just for a few moments. Just checking into the body. So just noticing your body part by part from the top of the head down to the toes. Noticing how your body is feeling today. Any areas of discomfort, any niggles, just send a few compassionate breaths down to those areas. And imagine that tension being released with every exhalation. And then continue visualizing the energy moving down towards the toes. Using the breath to help release any blockages as it goes, as it moves. Wonderful, guys. Then bringing the attention to the breath. So noticing the breath, noticing the quality of the breath today. Whether it be fast or slow, smooth or jagged, becoming an observer of the breath now. Where in the body do you feel the breath most predominantly? If it helps you to place your right hand on your belly and left hand on your heart, then just beginning to feel that journey of the breath, the rising and falling of the belly as you breathe in and as you breathe out. And then just tilting your head ever so slightly to the left. And we're going to just begin to notice now the thoughts of the mind. So this can always be such a dominant awareness. Our minds tend to take over a lot of the time. So we're just going to become aware of what's going on in the mind. Try not to push any thoughts away. But just begin to maybe step back and observe whatever you're thinking about. See these thoughts coming and going like clouds in the sky. See them come and go, moving by. And then I'd like you now to imagine that you're dropping a little seed down into your heart space, like a seed of positivity. Maybe something that you feel you need a little bit more of today to create a bit more clarity in your mind, a bit more ease in your body. It might just be a word like positivity, love, inner peace. And even if it's not a word, it might just be a colour or a sensation or feeling. It's just planting that like a little seed down in your heart. And then when you're ready, bringing the head back to centre. Lovely. So bring the palms of the hands together in prayer position. Rubbing the palms, placing them over the closed eyes, shoulders down. We're going to open the eyes in darkness when you're ready. And just allow the hands to melt down away from the face, opening your eyes in your own time. Wonderful. And to move into the shoulders, into the wrists. So just taking the hands out in front of you and just begin to rotate the wrists. Moving in time with the breath, one direction then the other. Allow there to be a soft smile on your face as you do so. Nice. Then turn the hands towards the shoulders. We're going to draw the elbows up and all the way back. Again, you can use that out breath if you want to make a few big sighs. If you're feeling particularly stressed at the moment, whatever's going on. So just breathing and releasing as you exhale. And then we'll move in the opposite direction. So draw the elbows behind you, elbows up, and release. Lovely, one more time. Wonderful, guys. So just changing the cross of the legs if you have your legs crossed. We're going to move through the head and the neck. So just turning the head over to the right shoulder. We're going to breathe in here. As you breathe out, drawing a semicircle with your chin towards your chest, all the way round towards the opposite shoulder. Breathing in as you arrive and breathing out on your journey. This time looking across the space, so drawing the head all the way across horizontally from one shoulder to the other. Background in your own time with your own breath. Wonderful, then back to center. This time looking up, so dropping the jaw. And then looking down, draw the chin towards the chest, making the back of the neck nice and long. Do that one more time, breathing in, opening the mouth, drop the jaw. And then back of the neck, nice and long. Lovely, coming back to center when you're ready. And just tilting the head over now to the right. Bring the right hand towards the opposite temple. And maybe resting the left hand down towards your sides, or the back of the hand towards the opposite hip or thigh. Breathing there. Changing sides when you're ready. Tilting the head over to the other side, to the left this time. And again, just relaxing the shoulders. And then releasing when you're ready. Now we're going to draw the arms up, all the way up, and we're going to take a twist. So moving over to the right side. Right hand towards knee, back hand right in towards the body. And just a gentle twist here, so try not to crane the head and the neck round too far, just keep it in line with the spine. Breathing in as you raise the arms up and doing the same over to the other side. Wonderful, guys. When you're ready, coming back to center. Moving the block away, we're going to come to lying down. So you can keep a block nearby in case you wish to use it. And we're going to release the whole body down, so lengthening through the legs, through the arms, draping the arms overhead, and just enjoy that wonderful stretch, lengthening through the toes, through the fingers, make the body as long as you can. And on your next exhalation, just release the elbows, release the legs, let go completely. So moving in your own time with your own breath, lengthening and stretching. And as you exhale, just relax completely. One more time. Lengthen as far as you can and let go. Wonderful, guys. Rotating wrists and ankles once again. And then beginning to flow with the breath. So lengthening and stretching as you breathe in, flexing the feet as you breathe out, drawing the arms down towards your sides. Breathing in, pointing, lengthening. And breathing out, flexing and drawing the arms down. Moving in your own time with your own breath. Wonderful, guys. When you're ready this time, we're going to bend at the knees. And we're going to begin to tilt the pelvis forwards and backwards, so moving through the hips. Now, if you wish to and you have a block nearby, you might want to place that between the knees. This just helps to activate the thigh muscles a little bit, but again, this is completely optional. It's just tilting the pelvis forwards and backwards, so your palms are facing down. You're just rocking from the hips, drawing the hips towards you, then away. Moving in your own time with your own breath. There's no rush. Nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to do. And as you rock forwards and backwards with the pelvis, we're going to move a little further up. So lifting the hips up and away from the ground and then lowering back down. So try not to come up too far too soon. Just come up gradually, vertebra by vertebra, peeling a couple more vertebrae away from the mat each time. And then resting back down, releasing the hips away from you. Wonderful, guys. Then when and if you're ready, you can begin to lift the hips now all the way up. So keep the chin in towards the chest. Try not to move the head or neck here. Palms facing down. We're going to raise the hips up towards the ceiling or sky. Only as far as is comfortable, as far as feels good for you. Finding your edge here. So you can place the palms down, or you can interlock the fingers under the body as though you're squeezing a lemon, keeping the arms down in contact with the ground. If you wish to, you can come up onto the balls of the feet and then lowering the heels back down, releasing the arms, releasing the spine. Wonderful, guys. Just relaxing here. Take a few breaths, keeping that block between the knees if you wish to, because this time we're going to float the hips and the arms up simultaneously. So doing the same thing again. So as your hips come up, your arms come up as well. So taking your arms overhead now, and then as you breathe out, lowering the spine and lowering the arms simultaneously. Wonderful, guys. So moving in your own time with your own breath, raising those hips up. It's as though you're a puppeteer that has a little few strings attached from your hands to your hips, raising the hips up. And then it's as though you're lowering those hips down with the arms. Wonderful, guys. One more time in your own time with your own breath, raising, lifting, opening, and then lowering, settling, and releasing. And when you're ready, just move the block aside, hugging the knees in towards the chest. And just take a few moments here. Rock now from side to side, easing out through the lower back and spine. Taking the hands towards the knees, drawing circles with the knees, so keeping the knees together. Making circles with the lower body, the lower hips and sacral area. And then keeping the big toes together, we're going to draw the knees now in opposite directions. connection with the knees, changing directions here, and then bringing the feet down. Wonderful, guys. So when you're ready, we're going to come into half happy baby. So opening out into the hips now. So when you're ready, just beginning to bend that right knee, drawing the right knee in towards you. Taking that right hand either to the shin, the outer edge of the foot, the big toe, wherever it reaches, as you tend to do in your happy baby, then just bring that hand there. The left hand can rest on the belly, and then just draw your left knee out to the side. So it's acting like an anchor, just let it fall out to the side. So you should feel relatively comfortable here. If you're not, just release the hand a little, and then just release the shoulders, release the mind. And just close the eyes, enjoying this open stretch through the right hip, right side of the body. And just saying to yourselves now, I surrender as you breathe in. And I release and let go as you breathe out. We tend to carry a lot of our emotional tension in our hips. So just allow your breath to help you to ease into any holding, any tension on this right side. Let it soften with the breath. Wonderful, guys. When you're ready, just bringing the foot back down, maybe just swaying the knees from side to side a couple of times. And then we'll do the same on the left side. So bending that left knee now, grabbing hold of your shin, outer edge of the foot, big toe, whatever is available to you, whatever feels right today. And then just allow that knee to sink, allow the hip to melt, and allow that right knee just to fall out to the side. Resting the right hand on your belly and relaxing completely here. Again, no pulling or pushing, just allow that breath, that exhalation to help you deepen and soften into your stretch. More deep breaths here. And then when you're ready, lowering that foot back down, hugging the knees now in towards the chest as we take a little rock from side to side. Lovely, guys. We'll come into reclined tree posture from here. So drawing the arms up and over the head. We're going to bend that right knee, drawing the right foot in towards the left leg, and then flexing that left foot as though you're stood in tree. You can bring the palms of the hands together, or just lightly touch with the fingertips, or if you've got tension in your shoulders, just drape the arms overhead. So it's as though you're stood in tree, you're lying down, so just keeping that left foot lightly active, and just release and relax the rest of the body. Lovely, guys. When you're ready, we're going to draw now that knee back to center, taking the opposite hand to the knee. So keeping that right knee nice and bent, we're going to come into a twist. So very gently begin to draw that knee across the body. The opposite arm can just rest out to the side or rest on the top of that hip. And again, maybe the left hand is just propping that right knee up. So if you don't want to go too deep into a twist, if there's any elements in the back today, if it just doesn't feel like you want to go too deep, then just using that hand as a bit of a prop. And just breathe. Wonderful. Slowly coming back to center, lengthening out with both legs. Rotate the wrists and the ankles. Breathing in to lengthen and stretch. And as you breathe out now, drawing that left knee in towards you and then out to the side for your recline tree. So flexing the right foot now, draping the arms overhead. Do whatever you did on the other side, just breathing there. Surrender and release the hips. Guys, when you're ready, draw the knee back to center, then over across the body, so opposite hand to knee, taking the left arm out to the side, using that right hand if you did so, just to prop the knee, and just breathe there into your twist. More deep and nourishing breaths on this side, and then when you're ready, slowly take the hands, bring the knee back to center, lengthen and stretch through the whole body. We're going to draw the knees back in towards the chest, hug the knees in, rock from side to side, and then when you're ready, rolling over to one side and pushing yourself all the way up. Wonderful. So coming onto all fours when you're ready. So if there's any issues with the knees, you can take a rolled up blanket under the knees or cushion. Any issues with the wrists, you can make fists with the wrists or come down onto the forearms. Do whatever feels right for you today. Lovely. So when you're ready, spreading the palms, rotating the shoulders away from the ears. We're going to open the heart space here. So try not to completely collapse in the back. We're going to keep that little bit of engagement here just to open through the spine. As you breathe out, tucking the chin towards the chest and drawing the hips under. Breathing in, opening the heart space, and breathing out, curling under. Listening to the sound of the breath. You might want to use that ujjayi breath, that ocean breath, in and out through those imaginary gills and the side of the neck. And then drawing the energy back, so drawing the weight back towards the heels. Then before your hips reach the heels, we're just going to draw the forearms and elbows down, and then sweeping the body up into a circular motion, like the waves in the ocean, breathing, moving in your own time with your own breath. Wonderful, guys. Then coming back onto all fours. So lining the left hand up with the left knee. We're just going to draw that left foot out to the side. We'll come into our open gate posture. So drawing the right arm up. You can look up towards the top hand if you wish to. We're just keeping the head steady, that's fine. Breathing there. Lovely, guys. We'll do the same on the other side when you're ready. Right hand down, right knee. And looking up towards that left hand now. Wonderful, guys. Coming back to center. Staying on the knees just for one more moment. Taking your block, keeping it nearby. Placing the block over to your left side. We're just going to draw the right leg out. And then take a side stretch from here. And then as you come up, we're going to slide that hand out. And if you have your block there, you can bring the hand towards the block, bring the hand down towards the ground. It's up to you. As you reach and lengthen over. Breathing in to come up. Over to the side. reaching. Wonderful lateral stretch. Wonderful. We'll do the same on the other side. So moving your block over, left leg comes out, sliding, reaching, and then coming up. Hand to the block, reaching over. Moving in your own time with your own breath. Wonderful, guys. Moving the block aside, coming back onto all fours. We're going to come into a downward dog now. So tucking the toes under, spreading the palms, pushing through the hands as you move into your downward dog. So just allow the head just to hang between the shoulders. That dominant brain, just let it go, let it melt away. Allow your true essence to take over, your heart space. Your deepest, most truest self. Allow that to be present now. Wonderful, guys. And we're just going to bend one knee then the other. Releasing through the back of the legs, releasing through the calves. And then we're going to begin to walk the feet now towards the hands, bringing the feet hip distance apart, bending at the knees. Allow the body just to rest over the thighs, maybe grabbing hold of opposite elbows and just dropping the head. Releasing the arms. And we're going to slowly come up, peeling now through the spine up to standing. So please take your time. Coming up vertebra by vertebra. Rolling the shoulders away from the ears. Coming into Tadasana. Mountain pose. So spreading the feet, spreading the soles of the feet. Lifting up all the toes away from the ground. Slowly place them down one by one. And then bringing the head level. Rotate the shoulders away from the ears. Just close the eyes here. So maybe imagining those roots going down from the soles of the feet. Imagine those roots wrapping around a rock in the core of the earth. So as you breathe in, beginning to draw grounded earth to energy. Imagine that little seed that you planted at the beginning of the practice. That's now taken root and that energy is coming up. Positive energy through your base, through your feet, all the way through your whole body. Wonderful, guys. So when you're ready, just lifting the arms up and overhead. We're going to just have a little sway over to one side and then back to center and over to the other side. And back to center one more time, either side. Lovely. Then we're just going to shake out the arms, getting rid of any tension in the shoulders, moving the head and neck here. Rotate the shoulders away from the ears, taking the feet a little wider now, bending at the knees. We're going to take a nice deep breath in as the arms come all the way up, embracing your day ahead as you breathe out, releasing. Wonderful. Nice deep breath in, coming up. And breathing out to release. Coming up again this time. Coming up onto the tips of the toes or the balls of the feet. Lengthening and stretching, go for it. And then release. Wonderful. Drawing the right arm in front of you now. So palm of the right hand is facing you. Bring the feet a little closer in towards one another. I'm going to take the left arm under, bringing maybe the backs of the hands or the palms of the hands together. And just squeezing the hands together. Now you can bring your feet in towards one another now. And if you wish to, imagining that you're sat on a bar stool with an imaginary smoothie in front of you maybe. And we're going to take the right knee over the left into eagle posture. Wonderful, guys. If it's too much, keep the feet down in line with each other. Otherwise, just breathing there. And then we're going to unravel the arms. Just unravel the legs, take everything wide. Breathing in and breathing out. Sweeping the arms like the arms of an eagle, wings of an eagle. Once, lovely, keep going. Lengthen and stretch. And one more time. Beautiful. Well done, guys. We'll do the same on the other side. This time taking the left arm out in front of you, right arm comes under, backs of the hands or palms together. Again, just breathing there. And if you wish to, bending at the knees. This time taking the left knee over right. Into your eagle posture. And once again, unraveling both legs and arms, lengthening and stretching. Wiggling the shoulders. Wonderful. We're going to take a forward fold from here, so inching the heels out a little bit and then taking the hands towards the hips. So just be very mindful of the back as you come forward. So forward from the hips. Keep your heart space nice and open as you fold forward. Slowly coming down. So only as far as is comfortable. You can use the hands to help prop you there. You can walk the hands under the body if that feels good for you. Turning the palms away from you. And then lowering the head. Try to take the weight in towards the toes as you breathe. Wonderful, guys. Walking the hands back to center. This time we're going to keep the right hand down. So if you have your block nearby, you can place the hand on the block. But otherwise, the right hand comes down. And we're just going to draw the left arm up and open into a twist. And then change hands. Your left hand comes down in line with your face. And the right arm comes up into a twist. Wonderful. Lowering down. We're going to walk the feet in towards one another, slowly coming up to standing. Rotate the shoulders away from the ears. And then coming towards the front of your mats. So into a mini back bend, so taking the hands towards the lower back and spine. We're going to draw the hips forward as you open the heart space. And then come back to center. Then bringing the palms of the hands together, drawing the arms up and in line with the ears. And then folding down, all the way down, hands towards the toes. Bring the hands to the shins, nice flat back. And then hands coming down, stepping back into plank position. Breathing in. Lowering the knees down, tucking the elbows in. Chaturanga, or just coming down, whoever feels good. And we'll come into an up dog, low cobra or sphinx, whatever feels good for you today. Keep a slight bend in the elbows and just breathe. Wonderful, guys. Coming back onto all fours. Tucking the toes under, we'll come into a downward dog. So taking 3 nourishing breaths here. A couple of yeses or nos with the head if that feels good for you. And then bending one knee then the other. Walking the feet towards the hands. Slowly coming up through the spine, vertebra by vertebra. Rolling the shoulders away from the ears. Lovely. So if you want to, if you've got a glass of water, feel free to grab a glass of water, keeping yourselves hydrated. Lovely. So coming into our warrior sequence now. So bringing the feet in line with the hips. We're going to step the right foot back into warrior one. So as I always say, keeping the feet hip distance apart, just sliding that right foot back, turning the right heel in if you want, or bending at that knee. I quite like to bend both knees, keeping this area just lightly engaged as the arms come up, shoulders away from the ears. Breathing there. Wonderful, guys. Turning the back heel in now, we'll come into our warrior two. So arms come out nice and long. Looking over that front hand. Again, if you want to look over the back hand, honouring how far you've come. Looking over the front hand to all the wonderful things ahead of you. And then just honouring where you are now in this present moment. All is well. Wonderful. Bring the back hand towards the back leg. Slide the back hand down. Turn the top palm up and over in line with the ear into your reverse warrior. Wonderful, guys. Drawing the knee towards, or the elbow towards the knee, other way around, and then lengthen the arm up and over in line with the ear. Wonderful, guys. Coming back to center. If you want to, from here we can come into Trikonasana, and again, if you have your block nearby and you want to keep it with you, that's fine. So coming into triangular pose. So yeah, just make yourselves comfortable, grab your block, and then step back into that position. Take the arms out, shoulders in line. Lovely. And then we're just imagining that we're reaching over that top leg. So reaching and lengthening. And then all the way down, draw the hand down towards that block, the leg, whatever feels good for you, and then the top arm can come up. Wonderful, guys. Breathing there. Slight bend in that front knee to help you to come back up. And then stepping both feet together, releasing through the legs, shimmer and shake the shoulders. And we'll do the same on the other side when you're ready. So feet in line with the hips, keeping your block nearby if you want to. And then with that left foot now, all the way back into your warrior ones, bending both knees, arms in line with the ears, keeping yourself stable and steady. I am steady. I am grounded. Just saying to yourselves with a little reassurance, little stability, little security. Lovely. Drawing the back heel into your warrior two now, so the arms come wide. And again, looking over that back hand, honouring how very far you've come to this moment. Looking over the front hand to all the wonderful things ahead of you. And again, honouring where you are in the here and the now. Giving thanks and gratitude for this moment. Back hand comes towards the back leg, sliding away. The top arm comes up and over, raising that positive energy up. Like a little celebratory posture. And then begin to draw the elbow in line with the knee, sweeping the top arm up in line with the ear. Wonderful, guys. Coming up, lengthening both legs into your Trikonasana now. So make sure you're in a position where you're comfortable. Your feet might want to come a little closer together. Just do what feels right for you. Take the arms long, and again, just as though you're reaching for a wonderful smoothie that's out in front of you. And then lowering the hand down towards your block or your foot or the ground. And just breathing there. Wonderful, guys. Slight bend in that knee. We're going to turn the body down now towards the ground, bringing both knees down, bringing ourselves back into a child's pose. So draw the weight towards the heels. You might want to take the knees nice and wide. You might want to make a triangle with the hands if you'll tighten the shoulders. Make yourself super comfortable here and just draw up the forehead down. eyes. Come to lie on your bellies. Release the feet nice and wide. Make a triangle with the hands and just rest the head to one side. Changing the direction of the head from one side to the other, just releasing there. And we'll come into our flapping fish posture. So imagining that your left elbow and your left knee have magnets in the end of them, and you're going to draw them towards one another and just rest the head down. Maybe resting on the hands. Feeling that lateral stretch through the right side of the body. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So when you're ready, very slowly, imagine those magnets on the right side and release down. Wonderful, guys. When you're ready now, rolling onto your backs. Releasing into Shavasana now. So getting any things that you need. If you want to take an eye pillow over the eyes, a blanket over the body, maybe a pillow under the knees if you're tense in the lower back. Just make yourself super comfortable now. Release the palms facing up towards the ceiling. Release through the back of the neck. Maybe just wriggle the hips side to side. Move the head gently side to side. And then just come to lying for the next few minutes, just closing the eyes. Release the whole body. Maybe give your mind an anchor to focus on, maybe the rhythm of the breath. There might be a sound around you that you want to focus on. Just closing the eyes and internally focusing now as you breathe. Bringing your attention now to your breath. Notice the quality of the breath. Notice where in the body you feel the breath. And if If you wish to, placing right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart. Following that journey of movement as you breathe in through the nose towards the belly. Feel the belly rising and falling without any effort from you. And just bringing that attention now back to your heart's intention you made at the start of the practice. Imagine that positivity, that positive intention you made blossoming into a beautiful lotus flower in your heart. Imagine you're breathing in its fragrance through the nostrils and just sighing out through the mouth. Wonderful, guys. When you're ready, wriggling fingers and toes, taking the arms, floating them all the way overhead, lengthening and stretching here, rotating wrists and ankles one direction then the other. And when you're ready to, beginning to bend the knees, maybe raise the hips up ever so slightly and then lower down, and then hugging the knees in towards the chest. Taking a few moments here. If you wish to make a bit of movement, you might want to rock the knees side to side. Just do what feels good for you as a final stretch. And when you're ready to, taking the weight over to one side, resting there for a few moments. Keeping the eyes closed, slowly bring yourself up to a comfortable seated posture. Resting the hands maybe upon the knees or on the lap, maybe first finger and thumb together. Just begin to notice how you're feeling now. A gentle awareness of your body and your mind. No judgment or expectation. Just becoming that observer of yourself now. And then just imagining you cultivating that positive intention that you made, spreading it, those around you near or far, taking it into your day or your evening. And then when you're ready, bringing the palms of the hands to the heart space. We'll make the chant of Om together just once to end the practice. So when you're ready, nice deep breath in. Rubbing the palms together. Placing the palms over the closed eyes, shoulders down. When you're ready, opening your eyes in darkness. And just allow the hands to melt down away from the face, opening your eyes in your own time. Bringing the hands to the head for the right thoughts, to the mouth for the right words, and to the heart for the right intentions. Namaste.